Welcome back to this course on WHMIS. This is part 3. Labels. WHMIS uses two types of labels: supplier labels and workplace labels. Supplier labels are labels that suppliers are required to display on their products. Workplace labels are used by employers when supplier labels are not available. Supplier labels appear on hazardous products purchased from suppliers. They provide information about the hazards of a product and how to handle it safely. The information on the label must be provided in both English and French. Supplier labels must include 7 elements. First, the product identifier and information about the initial supplier. Next, any pictograms associated with the hazards of the product, and signal words identifying the level of danger. Finally, there are hazard statements and precautionary statements. Supplementary information may also be provided, but it is not necessary to include. Some labels will show a signal word that indicates the severity of the hazard, if assigned. There are 2 signal words: danger and warning. Danger is used for more severe hazards, while warning is used for less severe hazards. Hazard statements describe the hazard. The following are examples of hazard statements. Extremely flammable gas. Contains gas under pressure. May explode if heated. Fatal if inhaled. Causes eye irritation. May cause cancer. The wording of the hazard statement helps to describe the degree of the hazard. Precautionary statements provide advice on how to minimize or prevent harm. There are many possible precautionary statements, including: keep container tightly closed, wear proper PPE, if exposed or concerned, get medical attention, fight fire remotely due to the risk of explosion, protect from sunlight. You can check the SDS for more detailed precautionary information. Here you can see a sample supplier label. It has clear pictograms, such as the skull and exclamation mark, that identify the high health risk this product poses. The signal word danger is present underneath the pictograms, as well as the hazard and precautionary statements. The label also includes all information in both English and French. A WHMIS 2015 workplace label must have the following information. First, the product name, matching the one on the SDS. Second, any safe handling precautions. Finally, a reference to the SDS, if available. If an employer produces a hazardous product at a workplace, then a workplace label must be applied. There are 2 situations when a workplace label is not necessary. Those are when a hazardous product is poured into a container and will be used immediately, or when a product is under the control of the person who decanted it. An employer must update a workplace label as soon as significant new data about the product is available to the employer. The format for workplace labels is fairly flexible. For example, the information can be written directly onto the container using a permanent marker. Also, the languages used can be chosen to fit the specific workplace. A laboratory sample is considered to be a hazardous product packaged in a container that holds less than 10 kilograms and is intended only to be tested in a lab. This definition excludes samples that will be used for testing other products, or for educational and demonstration purposes. Note that lab samples of biohazardous and infectious materials have been given special exceptions for labels. Modified supplier labels are permitted. As a student or employee, you share in the responsibility of keeping everyone safe. Always check for a label. Read, understand, and follow any instructions on the label. Follow all instructions and training your employer provides. Know how to use and store the product. Ask for a new label when you can't see or read the old one properly. Don't use a product that is not labeled, or if the label is unreadable. Safety Services is also available as a resource and for assistance in obtaining additional health and safety information.